Agashe.
아저씨 이게 뭐야? Hello everybody, Agashe here. So today I'm going to be doing a drama review with you guys, a Korean drama. And FYI, for you guys to know, announcement if you guys have not seen, from now on I'm just going to be reviewing dramas for the beginning of it, and I'm not going to be doing ending recaps or any of that. So if you guys are actually interested in me wanting to do an ending recap, let me know in the comments below for whichever dramas you guys want, and I will do an ending recap for you guys. But for now on, it's just going to be beginning reviews or recaps of the first couple episodes, and that'll be it. It does not mean I will not watch the drama. For some of them, I continue watch them, and for some of them, I won't. But just letting you guys know that ahead of time and updating you guys about it. But today I will be reviewing the drama called Leverage, and it is actually a American TV show, and it's now like turning it into a Korean drama kind of way, kind of like how it was Criminal Minds, how Criminal Mind was an American TV show and Korean did a Korean drama based off of it, something like that, you know. So that's what Leverage is going to be about. But if you guys do like this video, hit thumbs up and subscribe to see more of it. Now let's go ahead and jump into it. So for the cast, we have Lee Dong-gung as Lee Tae-jung, and then Chung Hae-bin as Hwang Song-kyu, and then Kim Se-rang as Kang Nam-pyo, and then Kim Kwang as Roy Ryu, and Yoo Hui-hyung as Jung Eun-sung, and then Chang Jae-hae as Shin Yuri, and Jung Ki-sop as Sung-ma. So the synopsis for this drama is Lee Tae-jung is an excellent insurance fraud investigator, and an unexpected case changes his life. He quits his job and recruits talented criminal that he once caught to form a fraud team. The team include Hwang Sung-kyung, Kong Nam-pyong, Roy Ryu, and Jung Eun-sung, and they scam wealthy criminals and return the money that they stole to the victims. So just going to be a recap of the first two episodes that I watched. So from episode 1 to episode 2, the drama starts us off with Ko Nam-pyong and Chung Eun-sung trying to steal this Buddha painting from this museum, and they get caught, and process of getting caught, Chung Eun-sung left Kong Nam-pyo on her own, and she took the fault for it while he escapes. Then we flash to the next day where Lee Tae-jung, who comes in to investigate everything, and he's an insurance fraud investigator. But instead of just trying to figure out what happened to the painting, he finds something else more amazing within the museum, and the owner of the museum makes replicas of ancient arts and history, and she makes tons of money off from it. And so therefore pretty much the one that Ko Nam-pyong stole was actually just a fake. So she pretty much got away with it. So we get to see how Lee Tae-jung also works as an insurance fraud investigator, and at the same time they call him Robin Hood, where he does all these other things as well. And then we move on to the hospital where we get to see his son suffering from leukemia, and he only has 3 months left to live. Now Lee Tae-jung is very desperate to save the son because the leukemia cancer is spreading among his son. So the doctor tells him about this biomedical drug that is called Asana, and this has actually helped cure cancer, leukemia, and stuff like that very, very quick, and the result has turned out really, really good. So Lee Tae-jung wants to get a hold of it so he can save his son, but the doctor states that it is not available to the public because it is something that is kept secretly and they don't want to reveal it to the public. But this place called Mirang Biomedical owns it, and then what is it, the doctor tells him that he can actually go to Dongyang Hospital where they can actually give him some of the drug to use. So he ends up at the other side of town where he meets this Chinese Korean doctor, and this Chinese Korean doctor was also trying to cure his son who has leukemia with a drug called Asanang. So Lee Tae-jung ends up striking a deal with this guy Soma in order to save his own son. So he finds out that apparently Mirang biomedical or something like that, stole all of Soma's ideas of asana and turned it into theirs, and they started making money off of it. And Soma was actually a professor that they stole from. So he wants it back, and that's all. He wants it back for him so that he can cure his son. So it gets Lee Tae-jung to strike a deal with him when Soma gives him a dose of it to save his son. And when he brought it back to save his son, the progress of his son's leukemia and everything was actually progressing and doing really well. But he needs more drug to completely get rid of the leukemia. So that's when he goes and decides to take this deal and steal all the data and everything back from the Mirang Biomedical. And so he goes and recruit Nambil and Eun-sang again to help him pull off this deal. And as long as they get the data from Mirang Biomedical, they're free to go. He pays them and he will take the fall for everything. So the three of them decides to go and do it, and things goes wrong. This is where Roy Roo gets introduced, and it's hilarious. When I saw this, I was like, oh my god, it's Leon's Helm from Psychometric. I don't even call him by his name, Kim Kwang. I'm just like, oh, it's Leon's Helm. Yeah, so he shows up, and apparently he's one of the best security experts, guard, whatever, at Mirang. And they encounter him while trying to steal the data. And there was actually someone within the building and deleted all the data at Mirang already when Eun-sang transferred it to his tablet and transferred it to Soma, like send it to Soma. It actually disappeared in Mirang's database and everything. So what is it? It was kind of weird because Roy Roo, he received a call ahead of time that there's going to be a robbery within the company, the biomedical, so go back and stop all that. So he rushes back, and that's when he was able to catch Lee Tae-jung, and there was like this explosion in this elevator, and he ended up getting Roy Roo ended up getting fired from his job because according to his contract, damages and everything, he creates the damage and stuff like that. He's fired immediately, and he has to pay for all the damage, and which is 12 million won or $12 million or something like that. So now, because of all these problem happening so fast at Mirang Biomedical, Eun-sang was able to download the data, and they sent it to Soma, and so when they thought that was the deal and they're done, Soma gives a call to Tae-jung that he never received the data, so therefore the deal is off. And that's how we see a crash in the elevator where Nambil and Eun-sang was at, and Tae-jung thought they died, and now he can't save his son because the data has disappeared and everything like that. So he becomes a wanted man, and his cop friend helps him be free so that he can go and solve everything and get the drug and everything to save his son, and he will turn himself in. And this is when he goes and meet Hwang Soo-kyung, once a former friend of him, and asks for help. So he thought that Nampil and Eun-sang died in the elevator, they actually got out before it dropped and exploded and everything like that. So they find out that they were all scammed. They were actually scammed, and the Dongyang Hospital, whatever that Tae-jung went to in the first place, was all set up for him. So basically, it was just to get him to go steal the data information and make him a wanted man, while they can just walk away with the data. And so that's pretty much Soma was behind all of this. So now Tae-jung wants to get back at them, and so we find out that someone wants to resell what this Asana chemical or whatever to another company and everything like that. So now it's like Taejung's turn to be like, I'm gonna form my team to go back and get that data and expose them and everything like that. So Lee Tae-jung and his little team goes and plant bugs in Dongang's pharmaceutical and plant cameras, listening, stuff like that, so that they can find out what happened and what Soma's trying to do. And they find out that Soma was actually going to use it to this chemical data to resell it, so that his stock of his company would go up, his pharmaceutical become something bigger. So pretty much you beat out Mirang Biomedical. So during this time, Roy Roo has been stalking them, and he finds out that Lee Tae-jung is trying to get back at Soma for doing this to him. And because Roy lost his job and he needs to pay the money back, and he was basically blamed for something he didn't do, and he was all this stuff like that. So he joins the team and he helps them to get back, so he doesn't get to prove that those company damage he didn't do it, or pretty much prove everything and pay for it and everything like that. So they start off and they were able to trick Soma into transferring all the data of Asana to them, and afterward they turned him in for fraud and theft, and he went to jail, and they thought they succeeded. So it was like a long not a long but a quick of them planning it, but it took about like 2 episodes to do it. And just when they thought they succeeded and everything turned out well, Lee Tae-jung's son passes away, and he could not get the drug to his son on time. And the police are always on site at the hospital to catch him because he's a wanted man. They end up taking him to jail, and now he realized that his son's disease was a test to see if the drug Asana was actually going to work. So he now his son has passed away. He seeks for revenge, and we find out that there's actually a bigger person behind it controlling all of this, and he's the one who's using the robotic voice, and he's like hearing everyone. That's why he made a call to Roy in the first place, and all this stuff like that. So there is a lot meaning behind of it, and Lee Tae-jung was just a pawn or a test for them, him and his son, and it got him very upset, and like he goes to jail, but eventually he's gonna come out and he's gonna try to find out the truth and reveal it all. So that was the first 2 episodes of it. Honestly, it's a very fast-paced moving drama kind of way. I don't know how many episodes it is. I think it's a total of 16, but it airs on Sunday only, 2 episodes, or something like that. So I've watched the first 2 episodes, and I read reviews on it. People are saying that like it's pretty much like Mad Dog. So if you guys see Mad Dog played by Yoo Ji-tae, like if you guys like that, this is something similar to like that, because in Mad Dog he lost his son and his wife because of like this insurance fraud and stuff like that. So he's basically trying to prove it of all of that. So it's basically the same thing, kind of like that, besides he has like a crew who is very different from the one in Mad Dog. Like in Mad Dog, they actually work really well together and they're really good in everything. But in this one, like Nampil has a very bad like temper, and like Eun-sung is basically doing all of it, everything for them. He's always the one doing everything for them. And Roy, he's just kind of like, yeah, he's good, but he's also a hot-headed person too. So yeah, but I'm actually going to continue watching it, and we'll see how it turns out. But if you guys have not checked out this drama and you guys like this review, do check it out. But that is it for today, and I will see you guys next time.